So I want to make a quick video about the spirituality and narcissism. And so really what you have is the narcissist is adhering to falsehood, is adhering to nothing. And they're identifying with that falsehood. They're identifying with that nothing. And it leads them into antisocial, anti-life, death kind of avenues. And so force themselves from knowing the true God and from going down the paths that he has laid out for us, and they have in the end chosen and submitted to a system of nothingness. And in that nothingness, it's a dog eat dog world. It's a high stakes, it's a high stress, it's everyone's against you, and all there is you, and you are nothing. And so if you're going to truly identify with the nothing, it's going to get really, really maladaptive. You're going to be, suicidal, and you're going to be just utterly useless. And so in the nothing, there is this kind of life that they're experiencing. And this life that they're experiencing then turns into their grandiosity. So they believe that, hey, I'm God, and so everyone is lower than me, and I should deserve worship. And so this is where the grandiosity comes from. This is where the validation, self-validation from external sources comes from people, because there are no real people. There's nothing, and you're God of nothing. And so people aren't real external objects that are feeling, and they're just minions that can serve you. And they're not dumb, these people. They have a brain that God's given them. And so they understand that they can't just go around treating people like absolute trash. There is a technique, they learn this from their parents or from whichever abusers or from literal evil spirits. So the question is really, how do you reach these people? How do you bring something into nothing? And there's a lot of defeatist perspectives here. There's a lot of, they can't be helped. There's no helping it at all. But, I do believe that there is a way. And what you have to do is aligned with the spiritual something that brings something out of nothing. And legitimately, you have to do all the steps necessary to bring that something. And there's a lot of idea that the self-sacrifice that codependents or whatever the hell give, and it's bad. But there is a proper way to do it. There is the open highway to hell, which doesn't help anybody. You just are actually joining into the narc system, and you are sharing in the fantasy and all that. There is that element, but there's also the element where you are not joining their shared fantasy, or at the very least, you're joining the shared fantasy in order, with awareness, in order to basically subvert it and bring reality in there. And there's no real fear that you should have, because you got to understand that God is dealing with these people every single day. God is bringing people out of narcissism every single day. And so there's hope and there's strength here. And so what you need to do is understand them, understand the enemy, and overcome it through the power of everything and the power and authority you've been given by everything to, bring life. And so, when it comes to the spiritual narcissistic way, there are also people that say that seeing it in this way is a bad way. I don't believe so at all. I believe it's incredibly empowering, and it is something where you can live your life, and you can associate and live with the narcissist, and you can do the best work possible, allowing God to take you in and to take you out and to guide you, and you can do the work that he's doing every day anyway with them, and you can be part of that work that helps to bring them to the truth. So yeah.